Hey everyone, my name is Shauna and welcome back to another figure unboxing. Today we're looking at Eria, the water charmer from Kotobukiya as a part of the Monster Figure Collection from Yugioh. And let me tell you what, am I kind of excited for this? I played with her card as a kid. So, yeah, just for quick comparison, this is Eria the Water Charmer, the Yu-Gi-Oh card. You might be more familiar with the elevated version of Familiar Possessed, or you might be more familiar, depending on when you started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, with her Link version. If you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, you probably know I did pre-order all four, and they're coming out in various months in the upcoming year, so this is the first one released. So let's just get right into it. In case you were wondering, I ordered her from AmiAmi. I can't quite remember the price, but I'll show it right now. They're all pretty cheap Kotobukiya figures, 1/7 scale Kotobukiya figures. So I'm not expecting the most fabulous figure, but I'm hoping they don't go too cheap on her plastic and various features. But so far it looks okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It looks like Kotobukiya is continuing their deal of just having the figure be a part of the base straight out of the box. I don't mind that too much. Lots of plastic wrap for protection while shipping, which I appreciate. You do get a small sheet of paper for like instructions, but we don't need that because it's pretty obvious. Let's get closer and then I'll just show everything off. All right, so she comes with her staff, which looks pretty good overall. The metallic painting and stuff, the plastic, all looks very nice. And if you reference the source material, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, as expected, they wouldn't change much when it's all there for you. There's a bit of, I don't know if you can see it, some scuffing on her hand. Nope, unfortunately that is just a scuff that'll probably remain there. If you have any tips on how to remove it, let me know. But you just take the staff, stick it in her hand. Pretty easy, huh? Then she comes with this tiny plastic stand, which you are supposed to put under her foot hanging up here. I got a lot of figures who are up on one foot. Maybe they just to ensure no tilting occurs. All in all, though, it's pretty unnoticeable from far away anyways. Okay, let's start with the head and work our way down. First, I would like to point out that this is where they got her pose, specifically this card right here. And I think they did pretty good at basically capturing exactly that. The face, it's got that more firm, confident expression. The hair is well done. Little bits and pieces of extra stuff that doesn't look easily removable. Yeah, it definitely feels like this is just one of Kotobukiya's cheap figures. I don't want to just say that off the bat, but just from her hair, I don't know if you can even see them. Just like some of there's clearly just this weird extra bit of plastic there, which is fine. You're mostly going to be viewing her from the front. Moving down to her outfit, they all wear a very similar variation of the same outfit, which is kind of cool. I genuinely did not know she had this big poof at her side, but in the card I'm used to, it's less dense and more floofy than this big, like, thick tail almost looking thing. But the outfit itself is done pretty well. Yeah, the gold, I like the gold. The gold is very shiny, looks very good. And the gloves, pretty good. I mean, pretty good too. Overall, like, everything else. Well, let's just move down before I start making bold claims and comments. Now down to the legs and boots, or I guess maybe shoes with an outer covering. I wouldn't really know. This is the first time I'm ever seeing her feet, really, because in all the cards you don't see them. But this detail is also done pretty well. I like the base a lot. Basically just your standard Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic circle. Here's a better look at her actual legs. And of course, the low angle shot for all who care. And here's the size comparison. Definitely nothing to complain about the height of her being a 1/7 scale figure. She does have a slightly thicker base than she does, but overall, I feel like the height is good. And like the proportions and everything fit for a 1/7 scale figure. So happy about that too. And that's basically the whole figure. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward, cheap level, like entry level Kotobukiya figure, which is kind of nice considering maybe all the money you might be spending on actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's hard to like talk about this figure in a should you buy it, should you not stance. Like, if you like her design, I mean, sure, you can just get her. If you never really played with her as a card and didn't grow up with, like, I mean, back in the day, this is the most familiar card I have of her, because back in the day you had like a water deck or something. She was like a super strong 1850 monster that you may or may not special summon her if you use the charmer, which, yeah. But so to me, I'm super happy to be buying all 4 of these, and I would say it's worth it because I think it's basically around $110. Just base price to get this figure from AmiAmi, at least, not including tax or shipping. And it looks good. I did make a few comments about the hair. Yes, a little bits of the hair and kind of the plastic. We'll talk about this in a second. We're not there yet. Little parts of the hair makes it feel kind of cheap. You can maybe tell just from the way it shines in the light. It feels kind of, yeah, cheap plastic for the hair. But for the most part, it still looks good. Everything else, though, is pretty much up to par, in my opinion, for a 1/7 scale figure. The skin isn't super, like, shaded or anything, which is totally fine. Like, the plastic everywhere else, there's not, like, any extraneous bumps or gaps or, you know, stuff like that you might see on cheaper figures. And then the last complaint, though, is this. It really doesn't stay in. It genuinely feels like it does nothing. You kind of smush it in down there. I know you can't really see it, but you smush it in down there, and it kind of supports her, but like, for how easy it is to pull out, it doesn't feel like it really does anything. Maybe it's more of a long-term solution, because over time she may tip and lean. I don't know. Use it up to your discretion. I'll probably leave it in, because that can't really take points off of that either. So it definitely would give this maybe like a 9 out of 10. Like, seriously, for the price, the overall look, and yeah, I guess I didn't really talk much about the ribbon. The ribbon is pretty cool. It's slightly flexible, but you're not going to be taking it off or moving it. The silver on it's good. The weird mystic language printed on it looks fine too. Except for this spot right here where it goes off the ribbon into nothing. Yeah, I missed that when I was reviewing her. So yeah, I genuinely would recommend this to any like average Yu-Gi-Oh like fan of her. If you're not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, if you like the look of her, you can get her if you want to, but it's kind of, I don't really see why you would. I like her a lot, and I look forward to getting all 4 of the characters in the future. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll wish you the best of luck in all your figure collecting and maybe card pulling adventures. Farewell, my friends. One final note for all the hardcore fans. Yes, this is basically a figure of familiar possessed Eria, even though they call it Eria the Water Charmer. Because as you can see in this picture, she looks a lot younger, and she doesn't have the ribbon sash. And in her upgraded form, she looks older, and is wearing the sash and stuff. So, obviously, she's based on this card, which is called Awakening of the Possessed, to which she's technically still Eria, the Water Charmer, being awakened into the familiar possessed Eria. So, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I just wanted to point that out to all the hardcore fans who are going to be like, that's not Eria, the Water Charmer. Yeah, I guess it's kind of not. Because I thought, at first, when I heard these figures were getting made, that we were going to get her with one of them, and she would be young and like have that carefree kind of innocent smile and stuff. But no, you're getting the, I think these are the actual poses of all the figures, but I can't remember. I don't think Hita is posed like that. But yeah, that's my last nitpick. That's why I put it at the very, very end of the video. Shout out in the comments if you also use a Charmer deck. Even though this, it's not good. It's not very good.